Welcome back, student. As you have studied this basic mechanism of the flow of the wind in the second video. Now, linked with that second video, we are going to discuss few of the things like the what wind can cause, the disasters, the calamities, how it comes. First one is a thunderstorm. You have seen the high speed wind and that comes with the lightning and the sound. Why it happens so? Let us discuss. First one, this is thunderstorm. As many times rain is associated with the lightning. Now here you will see the storm with the lightning and the thunder. That is called a thunderstorm. Now thunderstorm, how it develops? Because of the hot and humid conditions. That is typically in the tropical rainforest. Because the sun rays that are in direct, because that place, equator line, that is near to the sun. So the sun rays that are coming bit closer and heat up the area, that air that present in that particular atmosphere near the equator line. Now you will see that in the formation of thunderstorm in the summer, warm air that rises up, as I told you, when the air gets warm, it rises up, it will take lots of water vapor, moisture with it. Now rising this temperature, when there is a rise in the temperature, it will create strong upward rising wind. What will happen? The strong upward direction, the winds will be generated. Now cooler upper layer of the atmosphere, lower one that is warm, but the upper one that is cooler air. So there will be the pressure difference between the warm and the cooler part of the atmosphere. What will happen? It will condense. Now water droplets, they will freeze and they will turn into rain or hail. Now due to this friction between the low pressure and the high pressure, due to this pressure difference among these two, the rising up of the air and cooling down of water vapor and the heat that is generated due to the condensation of the air molecules that turned into clouds, the heat generated among each other, that friction creates a thunder and the lightning is there and sound is also produced. So how this is produced? Due to friction, that movement of the falling water droplets and ice crystals along with the rising air. One side there is a rise in the air and the one side the rainwater is falling. The ice crystals are coming down. So this create a friction, sort of friction between the two. This will result in a thunderstorm. And among that there is you can see here, as the warm air rises up, on the other hand the cool air, the clouds, it form, air condenses, sink down as it comes as a rain. And due to this, you can see the charged particles are generated, pressure difference is generated among the two regions, and that's why it leads to the lightning and the striking, the sound effect. This is what the thunderstorm, it can lead to various disasters and different after effects after the thunderstorm. Much of the damage is caused. What precautions you have to take? Don't take the shelter under isolated tall tree. Why? Because under the tall tree, it will lead to a shock. If you stand under the tree, there is a charge developed under the tree. If you stand under the tree, there is a development of charge. Okay, and due to development of that charge, you may get the shock. Second, don't lie on the ground. Again, it will lead to the charge development. And due to that charge, we will get the shock. Don't take the shelter under the umbrella, because umbrella that is made up of metal and metal are the good conductors of electricity. Then don't sit near the window, open garage, storage sheds and the metal sheds. These should be also avoided. Then the car and the bus, that is safe. Why? Because the surface area is important, because less surface is the area is there and charge is not developed. So we will not get the shock over there. Now if we are in the water, then also, because water also conduct electricity, charge developed over, ions are present. Okay, so don't touch and operate any electrical device or telephone during the thunderstorm. So these are the precautions. Cyclones, a big word. You all have heard, even you have seen also the last year. Why this occurs? There is a circular movement of the water. Again, why the circular? I just connected with the previous one discussion, that is due to Coriolis effect, due to the rotation of the earth, because earth is not fixed, it is rotating. Due to that rotation also, the Coriolis effect, the circular movement here. But why the circular movement of the water takes place? It occurs in the sea. This is what the cyclones, it looks like. These are the dangers that are being caused by the cyclones. Lots of water vapor, moisture, the rainfall. Lots of adverse effects are caused by the cyclones. These are usually formed over the sea areas that are near the tropical area. So you need to understand this is the equator line, and near to the equator line they are the tropical regions. Tropical regions here, tropical rainforest. Why? Because they have the direct sunlight, they are near to the sun, and more water vapors are being formed in these areas. More the water vapor, again there is a rainfall, and these will occur. Now try to understand what is the cyclone, circular movement in the sea, how it occurs over the sea into the tropical area near to the equator. What will happen? Due to the sun heat, air become lighter, it will rise, warm and moist air over the oceans, it rises upward. That will create a low pressure. What will be happen? Low pressure is generated. Now the upper cooler layer of the atmosphere, as we see in the tropical area, low pressure is generated because warm air rises up, and the cooler air on the upper atmosphere that will try to sink down. Over the oceans I am talking about. Now this pressure difference on the over the oceans, what will happen? They will rush us to the center this way. They rush towards the center. On the both sides, they will try to rush to the center. High pressure to the low pressure is generated. This movement will create a round form of the structure that will lead to a cyclone. The cyclic repeated. Understand the mechanism. Sun's heat, warm the air, low pressure, then it will release the heat, further warm the air, heat is also released further when it rises up. When at the condensation, the cool air condenses, and the thick cloud, they also release the heat because more water vapor is being formed. Now more heat is also released when the cloud will condense. Now this generation of heat will generate the pressure difference. What will happen then? It will take this form. It will form the eye wall, center, this is the eye, and this distance is 10 to 15 kilometer, and this is the calm area. But after this, after the eye wall, this movement will like this. So because the air clouds, they also release the heat, warm air, and here also the warm air is also moving. Here the pressure difference, low and high. This way, the difference pressure will be created. Low pressure and the warm air, high pressure, circular movement started. And this form a eye wall, eye, this region is calm, but this region creates a lots of disaster. As you can see, the Coriolis effect, as I discussed, the rotation of earth and start revolving around the center, Coriolis effect, that's why it moves in a circular way. Now the system, the high pressure winds, they're revolving around it. And what is the speed, do you know? It lasts for 119 kilometers, that means 74 miles per hour. This is the speed of the cyclones, and they classified as only tropical cyclone, and this is what lead to the high pressure region towards the storms. This generation of high pressure in the atmosphere, more and more thick clouds around them. That's why it turned into cyclone in the sea area. Now what are the factors that develop this cyclone? The wind speed, because high speed of the wind, that will generate a pressure over there. Then the direction, in which direction it is moving. What is the temperature? As clouds, they condense quickly, they also release the heat. There's lots of pressure difference, and then humidity that contribute to the development of the cyclone. This is what how the cyclones are generated. The center is known as a eye, and this is the calm area. This is what the mechanism of the cyclone, how these are generated. As you can see, warm moisture, then air outward flow. Again, what will happen? This inner zone, this is the calm. Air will descend down in the this eye area. Now the hot and humid condensation of the clouds, they will also release the heat, this generate a pressure difference. Vortex means the circular movement of the water takes place. This will lead to the development of the cyclone. This way you can pause the video, understand the mechanism that how it occurs. And the moment I told you that a movement always from high pressure to the low pressure. The wind brings the storm towards the land, as you can see from the Bay of the Bengal area, and the tropical cyclone that they weaken up. How they weaken up? High speed cyclones are coming. When they strike to the land area, they slowly weaken up because the heat is dissipated. What is the structure? As I told you, 10 to 15 kilometer, that was the center. That 10 to 30 is the diameter. The regions about 150 kilometer. Cyclone, they can extend up to 150 kilometers. And the higher the speed wind is 150 to 250 kilometer per hour. Next is hurricanes, the same thing, but they are named different in the different places. Cyclone in Indian Ocean, by name hurricanes in Atlantic, typhoon in Western Pacific and South, and willy-willies in the Western Australia. This is how it occurs. These again, the heat chapter, the convection current, due to the difference of the pressure, and movement always occurs from high pressure to the low pressure. Center one is the calm area because the low pressure is generated. So this is what the generation of the cyclone, what destructions they can cause as it's of high speed storm. Violent storm, high speed as it is 150 to 250 kilometers per hour. So they are very destructive and they can lift the water high. How much kilometer? It's up to 3 to 12 meters. And when they hit, they destruct even the human life, animals, they destroy everything. They destroy the transportation, electricity, telephone lines and many more. And vegetation and decrease in the soil fertility. Why? Because the topmost layer which is fertile, that is being carried away by the water. This particularly in the east coast cyclones, and then these are less vulnerable to cyclonic storm, both in terms of intensity and frequency of the cyclones. What are the effects? As we see that there should be a forecast so that we come to know that cyclone is coming, so that the safety measures can be taken. Rapid communication to the fishermen and many others so that they can get away from that place. Then cyclone shelters should be made. In these conditions, cyclone shelters to be made. Then administrative arrangements for moving the people to the safer area, they should be effectively taken into consideration. Now what actions we can take? We should not ignore any information, whether it is coming from the television, magazines, radio, either source. Necessary to make the arrangements to shift. Prior information is given, so it is very good to shift it early. Then avoid driving on the roads to the water area, otherwise that will take away. Then keep ready the phone numbers of the helpline numbers so that it can help you in the emergency. Then store the water also, because other than the contaminated water will be there. Don't touch the wet switches, lead to electric shocks. Don't go out and don't pressurize the rescue force, and cooperate and help the neighbors and the friends during these calamities. Cyclone alert, as it is earlier 48 hours before, and every repeat after 24 hours there is a alert, half an hour, and there should be national international communication so that come to know about each movement. Tornadoes, these are the strong winds in the sky. If you have seen the strong winds that take up the air particles, as well as it also take up the different objects. That cyclone that occurs in the water, but tornado, that is a strong wind, the clouds. How it occurs? That this is a funnel shape of cloud and reaches from the sky to the ground. It comes from the sky to the ground because the cloud pressure, it forms a funnel shape. This is very weak. 30 km per hour is the speed. Then diameter of tornado, that can be small as well as a meter. Small in terms of meter and large 2 kilometers or more wide. Everything that comes near to it, it takes into the base and start throwing in the upward direction, and then throws the things upward. This is what the tornado. You can see the clouds, they form the funnel shape and it leads to the formation of tornado. It takes up in the circular form all the things in the center and throw in the upward direction. The destructions that you know, trees, electric poles, different telephone poles, it disrupts everything, even the telecommunication also. Now it lifts up the people, even lift up the vehicles also, and it throw in the upward direction, even to the hundreds or meters. The damage to vehicles and extensive damage to buildings too. These are the destructions caused by the tornado. Protection, what we can take the protection, how we can protect ourselves. That take the shelter in a room that's situated deep inside or underground, having no windows. Then better to shut down the windows, take the shelter near the table, workbench, debris cannot reach, so that the debris cannot reach to you. Under the table it is very good to hide over there. Now bow down your knee like this way, bow down the knee, protect the head and use your arms on the neck. This way you can also protect during the tornado. Anemometer. As we have studied about the wind, the whole chapter about the wind and storm, but do you think that hour to hour or each movement is recorded? How that movement is recorded? There is an instrument that is named anemometer, and that wind speed that plays an important role in formation of storm, therefore important to measure it for the calamities like cyclones, tornadoes, hurricanes. So the speed of the wind in the coastal areas that need to be regularly monitored. And how we can monitor? This is an instrument, that instrument name is anemometer. I think it is clear to you about that how the cyclones occurs and how the tornado occurs. So you have to just watch this video again from the basic, because these three videos are linked with each other. Thank you. We'll meet you soon in the next video for the next chapter.